feel it's working very well. It's very much a representation of how we're writing music at the moment. We're very pleased with it, but we just want to carry on and write some more and record some more.
I think it's a very important record for us. Could have kind of continued what we were doing, and with the second record, and maybe would have gone a little bit bland, or we could have tried something different, and maybe we were a little bit brave and tried something different. I don't know, but it felt like the right thing to do, so it's very important.
We feel very much more confident being on stage than we used to, even up until a year ago, and we've got far more equipment, far more things to play with. I think we've made a show that's more interesting than ever before. I think we enjoy it a bit more. We were getting a bit bored at the end of the last touring schedule because we were playing the same things over and over again, but we've been given a little bit of more excitement for us now. So it's better. We're having a lot more fun. I think because we can spend, we live away from each other. I think it's probably better now than it was before. You've got to have time away from each other, especially as on tour you spend every single day having to see each other. So we're not an arguey band, we don't really, but we're very happy in our home lives at the minute, all of us, I think, and so that really helps.
We are constantly on the road, whether it will be touring all over the UK, all over Europe, all over America, Australia, or anywhere. We do so much touring that when we do finally have a day off, you need to be on your own to cleanse for a day so you can get through the next 3 or 4 gigs. Yeah, the press has a reputation, not just the music press, but the press in general of can't wait for someone to go a little bit wrong so they can have something interesting to write about. The news is always more interesting when it's about dark things and people failing and people dying instead of people being successful. No one wants to hear about that in the UK. So it's the same about the music press, apart from it's 10 times more cynical. And if you're not the hottest thing at the hottest time, then they'll be very rude about you. When we kind of broke in 2004, we were sort of like thrown into a group of other bands that had maybe a sort of like an affinity to the post-punk era and stuff, and we were sort of like didn't want to be part of any scene or anything like that, so we tried to sort of stand back and stuff. But again, you sort of you get to know these bands and you become friends with them, and you see them at festivals and all this, and, so that's it. All of our friends are from that era, aren't they? We haven't really met anyone recently. Tiesto, in a very weird way, a very, very weird way. We call it like a Tiesto breakdown, which is like a euphoric breakdown element of a song. Sometimes when we're writing, we'll sort of like build up to this moment where it all just kind of like, you hold your breath, and it's sort of like, it sounds not pretty, but like there's tension. And we kind of compare that to when a DJ, like a trance DJ or something like that, is trying to build tension throughout the music. So it's a very odd reference. We're not referencing the music of Tiesto or anything like that. We're more referencing the feel that he tries to get the people that he plays to have that. So we just say, oh yeah, that's a bit of a Tiesto moment or something like that. Yeah, I can do this very easily. Tom eats apples really loudly. It's not the crunch. The crunch doesn't bother. It's the chomp. I think he leaves his mouth open when he eats. This is one of the things that I don't like. People should keep their mouths closed when they eat.
Lots of stuff about Russell.
Yeah. Where do you start?
But he absolutely always thinks he's right.
He's also a compulsive liar. The first time I met him, he said that he was from Greece.
When we're writing music together, I think we'll always accept somebody else's opinion when they're kind of like, come on, just listen to that again. Is it really that good? And you kind of go, you're right. It is. It's pretty awful.
People don't hear about us through the press as much as they would other bands. They hear about us through word of mouth, people that have been to gigs and stuff. We've worked unbelievably hard over the last 5 years, and I think people respect that, and they may or may not like the music that we make, but I think there is a certain amount of respect for what we do.